Ladies and gentlemen, what's up, guys? What's up? Mashed potato story time. Story time. Here he is, boys. Yarns Adley. XL Daily. Good luck. Yeah, bro. You too, man. You too. Have you done yours already? I know you normally do yours quite early. Mr. Flipster, lure me up and call me Jimmy. Rappaport clouded. I'm glad to make a stream. Tell you what, big guy, I am freaking glad to have you. Now, I've got monetization on, so, you know, we'll last as long as we can and we'll keep it PC before I start talking about war crimes and cannibalism. Gentlemen, after a hiatus, so what happened? I was away for work. And then after I was away for work, I actually... What am I doing here? This one? I don't even know why I'm doing it. I won't meet the milestone in time. I caught up with my mate. It was his 30th. And then I got super smashed. And I'd already pre-recorded when I unlocked the auto start. And then I actually forgot to schedule the video, and it was our man Jens reminded me to upload, and I got a growling from my wife for leaving the Tower fam hanging. What are we up to? So we're about to jump in. Oh, you know what, who cares, let's just jump in and let's figure it out. Yes, I have a typical thing. B. Taylor says he's back. He's back. So, I have a typical thing. Now, if I know someone, whether it's a friend's son, or whether it's, you know, a family member, a nephew, anything, a mate, once they turn 25, I give them the Holy Grail speech. Now, for a bit of a preview, because I'm a bit of a person that's, you know, I'm always keen for a recycled yarn. Maybe you guys are too. So the bit of the spiel that I give everyone is when they turn 25, I let them know, congratulations on turning 25. From this day onwards, the male body naturally begins to decrease its production of testosterone. And as a result, your body defends itself by increasing estrogen. What does this mean? It means less focus, a slower metabolism, lower sex drive. So congratulations on beginning your transition to a female. Now once they hit 30, I give them the holy grail of the speech. I go through that same yarn, and then I thank them for completing their transition. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the females club. Once you turn 30, boys, it's game over. You start making those grunts. You know, you pick up the lawnmower and you go, urgh. You get in and out of the car and you do that bit of a urgh. I reckon you get like a 10x buff once you become a dad too to that. It's like you get 1,000% increase the grunts and the moans when you stand up, the aches and the pains. But yeah, it was a good night. Man. It was a good night. I knew it was home time, gentlemen. I knew. Alright, pack it up. Time to go home. Once the last stragglers left, and I was one of the last stragglers, you know, it's my younger mate. It was one of the, I've known him since he was a little kid. Because I was friends with his dad. And I knew it was time to go home when we started sharing techniques for who has the best potato cutting technique, and I was like, hey, look guys, it's time to wrap it up. Now you know that the conversations are definitely on the downward spiral when you start sharing techniques on who can cut the best potato. So I got an e-scooter. Me and my family, we all got e-scooters. We got 4 in the house. And I took it there and I looked at the battery charge on it. And I was like, oh, I hum and hard a bit. I was like, hopefully we're going to make it. Hopefully we'll be alright. That should be enough charge. Turns out it wasn't. Or maybe somebody... Oh, Death-Defy down. Maybe somebody was using it while we're all drinking and all that. And the battery ran flat on me. And if you guys know, when you go to push one of those e-scooters when it's flat, it absolutely sucks. So I was still dressed like it was summer, because we're now rolling into autumn in my country. And autumn typically in my country is nice and hot and sunny during the day and absolutely freezing at night. But it generally stays dry. So you get these lovely hot days, and then it catches you off guard. It's absolutely freezing at night. Well, I got stuck in one of those ones. No socks on. Pushing a heavy-ass e-scooter home. Mad dries. And that's typically how most nights end. Or if you have a really good one, my wife might find me asleep on the lawn. But I haven't had one of those ones in a while, gentlemen. I haven't had one of those ones in a while. But you know those are the epic ones. And she goes, shit, he's still not home. Walks outside and passed out on the lawn. Pissed my pants. All the rest. That's when you know you're in for the good ones. Does the speech come with the blue pill? I think. Actually, now that you mention it, I think we need to give that speech a buff. And we should give it the blue pill. Congratulate them on becoming their transition to a female. And then chuck him a bluey. Alright, so these are absolute rubbish conditions. We got Boss Ultimate, which I always hate. I always hate. And then on top of Boss Ultimate, we got Range Ulti, Fast Ulti, and Plasma Res. Plasma Res. And then we got more enemies. So more chances to be spawn capped with just a gajillion fast ults hanging around the screen. I mean, rather than fixing the problem of the attack chip, the devs, why they gotta figure it out, just sit there and just spam fast ultimate condition. Bloody hell. Just fix it. Fix it, fam. You're on 6 mil a month. You're on 6 mil a month. Just fix it. Get creative. Ooh, that one was coming in hot, gentlemen. Alright, this is when we start getting juicy. We'll see how we go for the first run. Sometimes we get a mad fluke. I'll tell you what will be a really good fluke if we Death-Defy. If we Death-Defy with Death-Defy down, boom, baby. You never know with Boss Ulti. Holy moly. I feel like we're going to get chipped soon. And we got a Death-Defy. Death-Defy, lads. Oh, I tell you what, I got a good feeling. Bro, I actually got a horrendous bracket on the weekend tourney. Bro, it was rubbish. I fully forgot. Like I said, I was at my bro's birthday. I fully forgot about Tawny. It was about midnight. And because, you know, we've been abusing this auto restart, you know, we're not really thinking about it so much. And I fully forgot that it was Tawny night, or Saturday in my country is when tournament gates are open. And I was like, damn, I need to book a bracket. I booked a bracket. I woke up the next day. Absolute rubbish. Now, super low barrier to entry. I think it was only like 150 or 200 waves to Sane Legends. So super low in that area, but in the Keys area, say from 15th to 9th, it was like absolutely congested, and I was like, no. I tell you what though, I played it on the Cloud Phone, and the Cloud Phone for me always performs better. I'd be playing Cloud Phone now, but unfortunately the pixels, or whatever we call it, the resolution, and not the Iranian Revolution. The resolution, for some reason, on the phone can go up to 1080, but on PC, I don't know whether I downloaded the wrong APK or what the hell's going on. But it doesn't want to borrow it. Oh, look, we're still Vikinged up. Still Vikinged up. Courtesy of Mr. XL Daily. You know the drill, fam. You know the drill. I tell you what, with all these like fast ultimate conditions, it super makes me want to just slam one perma poison swap. Because like, when is this going to end? I'm just sitting there thinking, oh, hopefully when the next version comes out. But it's only just entered into beta tester, fam. Holy moly. They better be cooking something good. I feel like this is the longest we've ever waited since ever waiting was waiting. 7 or 8 months now. 7 or 8 months, fam. Uncle Fuds, you better be cooking. And I imagine like Uncle Fuds, like once he cracks a good patch like the assist mod, what a great patch, fam. You know, the different configurations and all that other stuff. But I feel like once Uncle Fuds drops a great patch, you know, he's almost like he walks into the office with the devs. Okay, Vikings down. Vikings down. Vikings down. I feel like Uncle Fuds rolls into the office with the devs. It's just, and when he's cooking up a patch, can you smell what Uncle Fuds is cooking? Oh no, gentlemen, no, look, it's not even putting a dent in it. You fat hooer. Bro, robs all my shields, you mother. Wow, look, it is what it is, gentlemen. 760. 760. Let's see how greedy he gets. Greedy man. Oh, he was too greedy. That's alright, fam. That's alright. Okay, gentlemen, you guys know the drill. If you see somebody you know, give him a shout out. Gotidawa. Gotidawa. Oh, this guy. He's definitely not turning into a female. Mashed potato. You're in there. Mashed potato. That's our guy. Everybody, we know him. Alright, everybody must be still doing their thing. Let's see how many campers we got down there. Alright, not too many campers. Sometimes you gotta watch out, You gotta watch out for these cheeky ones. So we'll work our way up. Holy moly. Another big dog. This guy will probably knock us down, or you know, thereabouts. Gotta watch some of these campers, they throw you off and they camp up here. Alright, what do we get? 770 first run. Alright, we're gonna have to push. You guys know the drill. I can't let you get close. What are we gonna do? That was pretty painful. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I feel like I want to dip this down a bit. And take advantage of the shockwave or the orbs or something. Because I'm pretty sure it's not orb res. Nah, it's not orb res. So we want to take advantage of that. I got lucky with 4 Death Defies last week. And I ran 7 times. Never got more than 2. Yeah, bro. Death Defies are so sick. Death Defies are so good when you get it. Rapport says, I accidentally got 6 Death Defies during a farming run. The most I've ever done. For the 4 mission board, bro. I'll show you guys something. Look at this one. 29 Death Defies in 3 hours and 45 minutes. 29 Death Defies. Spoiled little brat. Alright, let's do this again. All these... Okay, we need to get up in here. We need to get up in there. Up in here. We need to get another lucky Death Defy. It was a little bit greedy there, but that's okay. That's okay. It's just the first run, guys. It's just the first run. Can you give any details on what you have found during beta testing? Alright, guys. So, look. Just like the interview with Spartan and I think it's Samantha or Sam. But Uncle Fuds did give me permission to use words. She could only show an image, a little bit of a tidbit, a little bit of an Easter egg. I can give you words. I'll let you guys know now. There is nothing for newbies in it. It's just for the big dogs. I'll just leave it there. I'll just leave it there. 800 maybe. Let's go. Hope so. I hope so. We've been solidly getting around the 800s for a wee bit now. The real hard thing I'm finding is how the hell am I going to break into the 900s? How the hell am I going to break into the 900s? Nice bracket. Yeah, let's have another look. No doubt there's still movement. Okay, we need to get up here. We need to get up here. We made it, boys. Let's go. Mashed potato. Oh, one sec, gentlemen. Work is ringing. Oh, sorry, gentlemen. Judy called. One of those ones. When Judy calls the Law Lord. Alright, how are we doing? We seem to be doing alright. I don't even know if I changed much. What I do want to do, though, is I might push these suckers out, eh? Because I don't think they're going to do anything on the, on the stun line. Nova says, going to sleep, bro. Have a great tourney. Yeah, good luck with your one too, bro. Good luck with your one. XL Daily says, out of gambles again. Oh, bro. Come on, boys. How are we going to be sitting there with 1,000 whole carcass? Fud's upset about you talking about V28. Yeah, bro. You gave me a call. Uncle Fuds. Surely they're cooking up something good, eh? Surely they're cooking it. Let's go! Yeah! Ripper Paul with the dono! Let's go, boys! We'll go spend it on strippers, and by strippers I mean male strippers. Yeah, dono! You're the man, Ripper Paul. You're the man. Wait. Remember, gentlemen? We were gonna do a GoFundMe. So Rappaport's the first dono for the GoFundMe. For a new hairline. And we're going to get the Jonah. Come on, boys. We're going to get the Jonah. You guys remember what the Jonah was, don't you? We remember the Jonah. I should actually change the channel's... I should actually change the channel's profile picture to the Jonah. And it'll just remind everybody. Mind everybody while we're doing this. Why is my damage so low? Whoa, holy moly. Coming in hot. Alright, 69 trilly. We just need a greasy as Deathify. If we get a Deathify in the 700, we're away humming. The trick is to bloody last till 700 though. Absolutely brutal. I wonder if I push that orb out just a little bit more. Look how much health it's got. It's that no plasma cannon, eh? Is absolute rubbish. Come on, Deathify, Deathify. Deathify in chat, fam. Deathify in chat. Come on. Bro, just stole all my shields. Maybe I shouldn't have been so greedy in that other one. What do you reckon? Boom, there's wings. Okay, we just have to keep sending it. We just have to keep sending it. And just pray for a Deathify. Deathify. Not this time. Not this time. Alright, let's spin it again. Spin the block again. I just need to get up like in between, like sandwich in between these two. I just need to sandwich in between these two. And we're pretty much just going to be relying on a really lucky Deathify. Gentlemen. Because there's still these 3 Spanions down the bottom. So the 3 takes me to, assuming that nobody else moves, that takes me down to like here. 2 keys. So we need to pull the cat out the bag. We need a sandwich in between these 2. And then we'll be good. The mound on top style. The mound on top style. We'll do the Donald J. Trump. Best time for Deathify is just before the next 100 waves. 690, 790, 890. Alright. Let's pray the Death Defy gods have got us. So we're going to do the... Is it the Taylor trick? Whose trick was it? We're going to try to drop our... We'll try to drop our wall. Try prematurely drop our wall. Man, that plasma cannon res is no joke, eh? That is absolutely yoked. Boom, there it is. On, let's go. Oh, woohoo! Let's see what we get. Oh, no stones in that one. Oh, so I just need to polish off something to finish off tournament focus or player power month. And I'm thinking about getting crit chance mastery before I go do some econ. I got enough low hanging fruit in the econ that we should be able to get a few little things, gentlemen. I think you can just keep it just simple. Just some more GT Plus. We got enough duration for a few more clicks, I think. 3 more clicks. Maybe an extra Death Wave Quant. Maybe Enemy Balance Mastery. That could be another good one for us. Help with reroll shard cells and a little bit of GT combo. One of my guildmates made it into a bracket. Let's go, bro. What's your guildmate's name? It's one of these Spaniards down the bottom, eh? Galaxy of the Guardians. Right, walls back up. Crit Factor Mastery seems decent. I'm looking at Coin Mastery or Extra Orb Mastery. Those two combined 2.2x Econ. Damn. That could be another thing I look at, eh? That could be another thing I look at. Is the Masteries. Basically double your coins. Shit. It's not bad. They're quite expensive, eh? They're like over 1,000. Are they over 1,000? What did you say? Coins Mastery, 1250. Extra Orb Mastery. Oh, that's not bad. So 2,000 stones. Maybe another click in GT Plus and maybe those. 2,000 stones. 2,000 stones to doubly up. Yo, Cloud, I just wanted to say congrats on the auto start. Huge milestone. Zorg, thank you. Thank you. It's absolutely been phenomenal. It's been phenomenal. It's made moving to tier 16 viable now. Because after doing that stint in tier 15 and going from like 3.5 hour runs or 3 hour runs to pushing it to 4 and then just keep pushing and pushing to slowly gain a bit of life back. Doing that from tier 13 and then tier 14 and then tier 15. I was not gonna lie, it was a bit of a slag. It was a bit of a, yeah, it was a bit of a lag, man. So definitely overdue getting it. What I have noticed in tier 16 though is I really need the extra, what is it, orb adjuster. I really need that unlock. But I think I'll go with demon mode first. I think I want to go with demon mode first just because... just quality of life. Just one less button to push. And because the runs are so frequent... yeah, I just can't be bothered pushing that button. I've gotten so lazy. But not gonna lie, I've been like low-key lazy since... what did we do? Orbless. Since we were running Orbless. Just doing anything to get some quality of life back. Avalon. Hello, Cloudy. What's up? What's good? What's good? Easter Beast. Happy Tawny Day. Happy Stomp the Paw Day. Oh, no. Sorry. Stomp the Paw Day isn't until... for another week. I think it falls by Easter. That's when the whales celebrate Stomp the Paw Day. You really need auto demon mode to go with the auto restart. Otherwise, it's just wasted unless you manually keep track. My thoughts exactly. And it's like, I really need extra orb mastery. But what I really need to do is not touch the game. It's just farm from Tawny to Tawny. Just go complete cruise control. Spend whatever money I've harvested. And then after that, go back to farming from Tawny to Tawny. Make an adjustment to the build if we feel like making any tweaks. This and that, this and that. You guys know the drill. I'm going to try something cheeky. Is this too cheeky? We'll see if we get chipped. Probably going to get chipped, eh? Where's our range line? So our range line's right by the stun line. This might be too much for my phone. Gotta finish one more. Good luck, everyone. Easter Beast. Go give him hell. Go give him hell. Death Defy. Let's go, gentlemen. Let's go. For Q. No demon mode mastery activated. Target priority. I've had great success with Fleet, Boss, Ranged, Elite, Fast, Protector, Close. Holy moly. We got a whole smorgasbord there. Alright, so what did we go with? Fleet, Boss, Range, Elite, Fast, Protector, Closest. I feel like my screen just gets cluttered with fast now that I've changed it. Right, let's roll with that. Oh man, what a journey where we went on this work trip. Honestly, gentlemen, holy moly. Bro, it's so far away. It's not even like so far away. Like distance wise or time wise. It's about like 5.5, 6 hours by car. But the roads, man, the roads are treacherous. Now, probably for a lot of you fellas that come from, I don't know, places in the world where there's not so much windies. Like, I see some videos where people hit the windies in California. Brother, those aren't windies. Brothers, those aren't. We'll show you windies. We'll fucking show you guys windies. It'll be really fun for people that aren't used to these sorts of rows. For people like us that are used to these sorts of roads, it's just annoying. You know, we can hit any sort of road like that wherever we want. But when you've got a destination that you want to go to, holy moly. I'm actually going to push these orbs out a little bit. I want to get rid of some of this fluff. Less fluff for the tower to be focused on. Just trim the fluff on the outside. Hopefully it generates more stuns. Alright, Berserk's about to drop. The Viking's about to drop. Alright, it's dropped. Alright, we really need a clutch Deathify. Come on. Come on. Come on. 2, 3. Come on. Come on. Bruh. Come on. If we Deathify now, bro. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, did we get too greedy again? Is that too greedy twice in a row? Oh, too... It's alright. Damn. Wouldn't have did much anyway. Shit. Oh, look, these guys jumped even further. Oh, no. Oh, no. If I hit that, that'll be the highest wave I've ever got. That'll be a PB. Yeah, I've never gotten that high in my life since I was a little girl. So we're going to get... Wow. Assuming things go well, we're going to get 2 keys. I'm going to try that again. Oh, also the update is Bot Plus. When you unlock all the bots, you unlock... Oh my gosh. Imagine that. Bot Plus. That'll be bonkers though. Imagine unlocking all the bots. Wow, I suppose you could just buy them with medals, but you know, imagine maxing all the bots. I can't believe there's players out there that have. Like, it'll be pretty cool inventing a game and then captivating people enough that they play for 4 or 5 years of their life. That's a long time. You're so close if you had a Deathify. Not gonna lie, I was like, bro, we're just Deathify or nothing. Deathify or nothing. As long as the fluff isn't hitting you, it'll help proc Chain Lightning on bosses. You've got into a 870 at least, have I? What's my highest? 850. New bot is insanely good. I'm very close to maxing out my gold bot and I'm super excited. Super excited to see it max. And I've probably made some bad decisions in the past with spending medals and that. But it is what it is. It is what it is. No, man, if you got a Deathify at 770, you would sell to 870. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping just to get a clutch as Deathify. Just a super cheesy Deathify. We just need to get it in that tail end. Like, right in the 700s. 2k and Platinum is painful, bro. I think... So, they made the changes to Legends, and they made the changes to champs. Did they make the changes to platinum? Here's a question for you guys, and this is a good one for you guys, because you guys are all knowledgeable, and I feel like every time we do a stream, I learn something a little new. Question, gentlemen. So, you know when you farm tiers, or even when you do the battle condition, and I feel like I know the answer to this, but I was thinking about this just before, and hopefully you guys can shed some light. If there's an armor battle condition, and let's say armor battle condition, the first 100 hits do nothing. Now let's say I don't necessarily hit a mob with one of my ultimate weapons or bullets or anything, but they're in the splash zone of landmines. Are all the ones in that splash zone of the landmine, is that classing as a hit? I feel like it's yes, but I thought I better check. Oh no, I forgot to drop my shield. My wall, sorry. Damn it. Oh, hopefully it drops him in Death Defy. Should we try to drop it now? We'll try to drop it now. There you go. Dropped. Yes, the AoE takes the hits. I thought so. Because what I've been mucking around with is that I've got the baseline setup or configuration or whatever we want to call it. I wouldn't really call it a build because, I mean, do we call it a build? For the most part, it's just all it just becomes all Blender at some stage. But I've got the kind of setup that I want, and now I'm on the stage where I am looking to adjust my landmine size, and I've got it devoed down, and it actually, I mean, the run seemed alright. I didn't see any econ jumps, but technically it should be, or I should be setting myself up for it. But I was curious about the landmine, like if in tier 16 it's X amount of hits for the mobs to get their armor taken down. I was kind of just curious if any of the splash damage and all that is taking down some of that armor over the time. And I thought that the landmine would play a part in that. Easter Beast says 4 games, no Death Defy. I'm super hoping to get a Death Defy at the moment. Is the game we play just a spam for a Death Defy? I got 4 on my 6th game last week. Damn. If you unlock Flamebot and put a modest amount in it, it will clear armor for you. Interesting. Does Flamebot do damage over time? Or is it just like a one-hit damage sort of thing? Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I love the look of Flamebot. I reckon it looks so cool. I tell you what, the Taylor Smorgasbord seems to be doing alright and fending off the mobs. Look at the FPS. It's dropping into the 50s already. It's all those fast crowding the screen. We just need to hit a Death Defy for it. 5x for the Death Defy. And Death-Defy. Nope. 2 shields lost. 1 shield and a second wind. Hold me down, Uncle Fuds. Lost the second wind. Full send. Looking for the Death-Defy. Death-Defy are us. Come on. Come on, gentlemen. It's like we're rolling on the pokies or something. No, not today. Not today. I feel like we're still smart to be using whatchamacallit. And I don't think anything else to me makes sense. Is it just the spam for the Death-Defy? Yes, it ticks fast too. Nice. I actually didn't know that. You're saving all your Death-Defys for 1 run. Bro, I love the faith. Taylor knows. We're saving it all for 1 run. Oh, 30 gems. Holy moly. We're saving our good luck for 1 run. Just 1 super crazy yoke there's run. And we'll just be laughing to the bank. Laughing to the bank with this. How'd your Tony go, Taylor? Alright, I'm feeling lucky. This is the run. The 1 run to rule them all. I'm 4th with 869 waves. Might even hold position. Unless there's a sneaky guy who doesn't do milestone. Let's go, bro. Holy hell. That's awesome. I got lucky with 4 Death-Defy on the second run for 1,061 waves. Damn. That must feel so good to break the 1,000s. Like, good in a sense that you see the number, but then you probably also note like, oh shit, we're heading to the 1,000 wave mark. I mean, if you can like intro sprint a massive portion of it without having to cancel it, it must be such a good feeling. Because like 1,000 waves with intro sprint goes super fast. Like, what are we talking? 10 minutes? Gone are the days doing 3,000 or 4,000 waves in champs. Oh, I wonder what they're doing with tourneys in the update. I wonder. Everybody, you have to send your condolences to XL Daily, because this week his favorite boss has his last day on Friday, and it's been chewing him up alive. He's really in the dumps about it. Alright, here it is, guys. The 1 run to rule them all. Bro, Plasma Cannon with a boss alt condition is absolutely trolling. All of my boys said we're getting a lot of free content in this update. Let's go. Keys, keys, keys. Are you his favorite boss or something? No, so our site manager's leaving, and XL Daily and our site manager, because he's a manager of another department, they were really close. Once upon a time they went camping and they top and tailed in a sleeping bag. Yeah guys, that close. And I know that he's quite upset. He's a bit livid at the moment that his favorite boss is leaving. But it's alright guys, we're replacing him with a newer and improved model. Come on. Come on, let's get the luck. Let's get the luck. Oh damn, I forgot to drop my thing again. We just need to drop the wall. Oh, I mucked up and I lost the shield too. That was stupid. Oh, we death-defied. Yeah. We'll take it. We'll take it. Hopefully it ends at... when would that end? It's still in the 500s or so? XL Daily reckons top and tail a sleeping bag with me in the middle. Like a club sandwich. Like an all clouded sandwich. Did I tell you guys my wife grilled me for forgetting to upload my video? For leaving the all clouded fam hanging. How could I do that? I can't believe I did it too. I actually thought I scheduled it. How could I do that? Amateur. 100 waves for a death-defy. Okay, 100 waves for a death-defy. So we really need to get it in the high 700s. We need a death-defy to carry us to the high 700s. And then we need another death-defy in the high 700s to carry us to 800. But then that other Joker bumped right up too, little punk. Let's have a look at that punk. Let's have a look at him. Where is he? Oh my gosh, look at them. There's no way. There's no way. The best I could do is just create some space. Create some space. But look guys, it's all goods. It's all good. You get the lucky ones and you get the not-sos. Tell your wife thanks from the other side of the globe. I will do that. I will thank you. Give her a baby, she'll be right. Death-defy. Look at that, it's going to rob all my shields. Are you kidding me, Uncle Fuds? Wings. Fuck's sakes. Alright, full send. Full send to the death-defy. Far, not even death-defy, eh? This is death-deny. What is going on? Death-to-lie, eh? Whoa, did you see that, boss? Okay, do we just try something else? I'm gonna try something cringe as. We'll just see how it goes. Because why not? Damn, the fellas ahead of me are in the 900s. Shit. Try high range so you can nail the bosses with orbs. Alright, I'll go with that. We'll try nail them. I'm trying to say trial. Oh, look, I'm in a... I thought I was... I was like, hey, fleets. Crack up. Okay, hold on. What do we say? What do you recommend for the range? So this setting here is 98. Do we just go like really big? Like that big? Big is good. I thought you were gonna cause auto restart and start cruising up. Okay, we're just gonna try that. We'll try a super big one. Oh, 40 gems. Holy moly. I would respec, but bro, I've never got a 900 waves in my life. So to be respecking in the hope for a crazy PB. I just feel like RB's so good, eh? Look at that attack speed, 91. Let's go, boys. Oh, we were really struggling this tourney. That's alright, haha, that's what you get, eh? I got my Death Defy. One last week. Couldn't replicate it though. That's what I need. I'm just really relying on crazy luck. And I'm burning gems for the luck. So let's compare ourselves to these spuds. Tier 21 wave 64, so that's higher than me. Tier 20 275. This guy's had a higher milestone than him. This guy's Saxon, Australia. Dizzy, I'm struggling. Dizzy says, how are you going? Bro, I'm struggling with this one, bro. We're really just at the point where we're just like super hopeful that we get perfectly timed Death Defy. That's pretty much pretty much where we got to. But I think we'll be looking at I want to say 14th or 15th. 14th or 15th. Just trying to create a bit of distance. Yeah, not that bad of a bracket though. Like, say 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's about 200 waves to stay in. It's currently 400 waves for keys, but it's not going to stay there. It'll be about 700 waves for keys. Sort of buzz. But that's what you get. You get some good ones and you get some not so good ones. Rolls with the territory. What I am trying to do is I'm just trying to create a bit of space because of this Joker. There's another Joker down here somewhere. Might be this guy. So that this guy doesn't overtake me. We don't want to end up like... Yeah, we don't want to end up in a situation where we don't get any keys. No, we don't really want that, gentlemen. Oh man, I always forget to turn off the chain lightning. Or was that Zerk already done? Oh no, it's already charged. It's already charged. What are we on about? Alright, so what range is this? What's that? 109. We'll see where 109 takes us. Maybe 109 is the one. I can't wait till I'm strong enough that I can run a shorter range. But I'll tell you guys what I have been enjoying is watching brain rot stuff. But for some reason, like quite a bit at the moment, is the things where the guys are opening the Pokemon cards. Bro, there's something about opening up a booster pack, whether it's Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, or whatever your vice was when you were a little kid. There's something about seeing booster packs get ripped open that it's like, that's where it started with us, eh? It started with us with like basketball cards, baseball cards, and then it moved into like the cards that we know from the cartoons we love, like Pokemon cards and everything. They started the loot boxes. We become the loot box generation. And they're still preying on us. It's child gambling. I tell you what though, I'm glad when my kids were growing up that stuff like that isn't around. Because like, bro, would have run me broke buying them like booster packs and everything like that. I remember it was like all I ever wanted when I was a little girl was to just have booster packs. But I've been really enjoying seeing the content and stuff with people like, obviously a whole bunch of millennials, and there's a few people cashing in and a few of the younger generation getting into the cards and all that. But you know, obviously millennials, we're all old now. So, like, a lot of us have disposable income. Some people blow it on stone packs in the tower. Other people collect cards. And the hope for that, Charizard. But I remember I only ever got one Charizard. Holographic too when I was a kid. And it was so mun today. I can't remember what I traded for it to get it. But I didn't get it when it was cool. I got it when it sucked. And everybody moved on to like Yu-Gi-Oh cards by then. And it was all like munched up and that. But I remember like all I ever wanted when I was a little kid was that Charizard card. Alright, we're really hoping for a Death Defy here. Nope. I probably should start playing properly. I was actually just tricking, guys. Like, I probably should actually start playing properly and go get the 1,000 waves. Yeah, I'll stop being silly now. Holy shit. 50. Alright, no more being silly now. I'm gonna do it properly. Yeah, I was mowing lawns as a kid in 1993 to buy $2 packs of Magic cards, and those packs are worth $1,000 today. But I tell you what, my son's got a pretty sick Yu-Gi-Oh card collection, eh? Some of his, he got it from his uncle, my wife's brother. And it was under the guise that, like, here's this, and I want you to look after them. And he moved overseas. And some of the best cards got stolen, but there's all the stuff in there: Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dark Magician, all of that sort of stuff. Don't really know how much money they're worth now. I'm just hoping that they're not catching mold wherever they're sitting in the folder. You're bound to get some Death Defies eventually, bro. I hope so, bro. This is doing my head in. We had 1 or 2 runs where we got it, and we just weren't lucky enough. We're just gambling gems for Death Defies. We are exchanging gems to try to get Death Defies. It's the boss ult is absolutely ruining me. Boss ult with plasma ult is just not been my friend today. I remember when I wrapped it up with cards, I was like coming to high school, and I was still like, so high school in my country is from like 13 years old to 18, and I was just wrapping it up in intermediate, which might be similar to like a middle school where you guys are from, so that's like 11 to 13 years old sort of buzz. And I remember I was wrapping it up, and my sister was already at high school, and I was doing something with my cards in the room, and she was like, bro, you're gay, bro. Ain't nobody played with that at school. And I was like, oh, hey. And then I was like, oh, well, so all of these will be worth nothing soon. And I think at the time it was like Dragon Ball Z cards. And so I was like, damn, I better get rid of all of these. And I think I traded them for a Game Boy Color. I think it might have been a Game Boy Color. And like a sack of smoke. I'm pretty sure it's like a bag of smoke and a Game Boy Color. And I remember the fella that I traded it to, he was so wrapped, eh? And then he got to high school, and then you're gay if you play with cards. Now you're cool as if you play with cards. I think that was the thing with that whole generation. You know, you say like Gen X, Zennials, and Millennials. You know, we grew up too fast. You weren't allowed to be a kid. You had to grow up fast, or else. Whereas, like, I think now, like a lot of the generations can just be themselves. They can be individuals. You want to still play with cards? You can still play with cards. I mean, look at us. We turn around, all us millennials are playing a tower game where we've got a... Like, what are we doing? Shooting cubes on a screen. Gambling gems for Death Defies. And you just get to the age where everything's a gamble. You're gonna have a chocolate ice cream for pudding tonight? You're gonna gamble how you're gonna gamble with your bells to see how it's gonna come out the next day. I used to play tourneys in Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It was some of the best time of my life. I never played like any of the cards that I had. I never played any of it. But I remember when I was at high school, bro. all the losers used to play Yu-Gi-Oh cards at my wife walked past. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but they all used to play it at the library. But who's the loser, eh? Is the loser me and my mates that are sneaking off to get stoned? Yeah. Or are the losers the one playing Yu-Gi-Oh cards? No, I only say that because the fellas that were playing it weren't cool. I still have a folder. Like the other cliche ass ones, like, you know that meme on that guy, you know the meme of that guy, and he's like, he's sitting at the table and he's in the library and he's like, they stand in front of me, I will defend them. They stand next to me, I will they stand in front of me, I show no mercy. That's what the Yu-Gi-Oh kids look like. I show no mercy, and he's got the fingerless gloves on, eh? For ultimate drawing technique from the pouch. He's got, just in case his fingertips get sweaty, he needs to draw his dark magician fast enough. No, me and all my mates too busy being cool, sneaking off, getting high, drinking, whatever. But yeah, bro, I remember high school, bro, there were some munters, bro. But I used to have this chick at high school, but she's like kind of not really a chick. We'll just put it this way, she was a female. But she was like, imagine like a giant black / brown skinned giant. And I used to get her to beat up people for me. Like if there was people that I'd hate, I'd get her to, when they walk through the hallways passing from like A block to B block and all that sort of stuff, I used to get her to go lay fellas out. She was a beast, bro. This big ass lady. I remember one time at high school, we had like international students. And then, like, something happened with, like, one of them and one of my friends. And it turned into, like, a big racial thing. And, like, what do we call them? The principal and the deputy principal had to, like, intervene. And it was basically, like, one of my friends got smart, picked on this Asian international student. He reacted. My friend beat him up. And then the other ones joined in. Then everyone else joined in. Yes, Death Defy. Come on, boys. And then it turned into like this big... It honestly turned into this big racial thing. where it was Asians versus Maldives. Just pick a... And because they're international students, eh? Instantly they're like, not guilty, eh? And it must be you little black hooers. It must be you bloody natives. You bloody natives are the problem here. Alright, this might be the run. We just need to get like... We need to get a couple energy shields back so we can crack a Death Defy. I just need to make sure there's space between me and that other spud. Oh, we got hiccups. I remember my son started at high school. I said to him, where do you hang out at lunch? So we just walk around. I said, you know where the best spot is? He said, what's that? And I said, it's in between the library and I think it's called B block. I said, it's in between, it's by the cooking room. It's in between the library and B block. They got the best tables and that there. And then I said that's an area that we took because you used to be able to. It had the perfect toilets which were ducked around. There were toilets ducked around a corner, and you could smoke there. And then you know, people didn't really hang out in this area because like you got all the Yu-Gi-Oh kids in this corner and that. And then I said, so that's the area that we took. And then he said, oh, how did you do that? And I said, oh, we just took it off them. Like, you know, they're all like nerdy kids. You just go and take it off them. All right, we lost the Viking. We're really dependent. We need to get this. We need to get this. I'm not going to be greedy this time. What am I not going to be? Greedy. Come on, get a death defy on it. Get a death defy. Damn. Not going to be greedy. Hopefully we don't get chipped, and I'll save the demon mode for the boss. Don't get chipped. Don't get chipped. Whoa, getting very close to Chippy Tarnata. Locking in. We're locking in. Ah, look at all those range. That's ridiculous. What the hell's going on? Bro, I got chipped. I don't know what to do, fam. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Yeah, so we go to take... we take this area from... Anyway, I'd say to my son, you should go take that area. That's the best area. You got the library right there. Bro, I don't know why, like... Ever since time was time, the nerdy fellas claim the library. Go claim the library, bro. It's got the best spot there, best shelter, best tables. And then so he goes and does it. And he says, so how did you do it? I said, I just went and took it off them, bro. Go sit in the middle of them and makes it awkward. Couple of your mates pick on all the nerds, and then they eventually leave and they stop coming back. So my son gets a whole pack of his mates. And then they go over to the spot. He comes home and he goes, oh, we took that spot today. I go, did you? How'd you do it? Oh, just grabbed me and all my mates. And we just go and sit in the middle of them. And I was like, yeah, son. That's how you do it. Just go take it off them. Damn. What the hell are we going to do? What are we going to do, gentlemen? What are we going to do? Damn. I just really want to make sure this guy doesn't knock me out. Let's do some maths. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 14th. Potentially 15th. With that other dude. Because he's basically... He's basically right where I am. 188 waves. 156. How many relics? I just don't want one of these other... He's basically identical to me. I don't want any of these other monkeys to do a sneaky one. And then I get knocked out to no keys. Easter B says, good luck, gotta go boys later. Take care, big guy. Dude, I did the same thing. Sold all my cards for a CD Walkman, then I regretted it. But they already sold my cards to the game store and made a killing. Holy shit, I had a library next to my high school. Me and my group of people would play cards. No, you assholes ain't getting your land back. Next key purchase for you is Smart Demon Mode, 100%. That's how many, 9 away? 9 away? 9 away. What are we going to do, guys? Do we just roll with it? Do we just accept defeat? Or is that pussy talk? Do we just accept defeat, or is that pussy talk? I'm going to try something a little bit wild. A little bit unorthodox. Alright, I'm just going to try this. Oh, that's painful. One last one for the road, because this is killing me. I'm struggling. But I tell you what, bro, I absolutely hated high school, eh? I hated it with a passion. I think because I come from like an absolute terror of a intermediate. Like, so the intermediate that I came from, the middle school, the little in-betweener. So I come from like quite a nice one, up in an area called the Bay of Plenty. It's a nice area of the country. And, bro, it was just civilized, bro. And then we end up moving back to our hometown. Moved away from the city, came back to our hometown. And, bro, I was shocked at the, what do you call it? So in New Zealand we use the term called Hori. I don't really know how to explain it. And, where people would be able to understand. It's like, I don't know, daily, XL Daily. What's a way that we would explain Hori to people overseas? But you know, everything was backwards, bro. Like, and the first thing that I noticed is everybody was naughty. And after a month or two of being quiet, I fit right in. I fit right into being naughty. Playing silly buggers. We used to have this thing. It was called inter-school detention. So, like, you have detention and all that sort of stuff. We all know what detention is. But there used to be inter-school detention. And inter-school detention was kind of like a suspension from school. Like, when you be naughty, and it's a suspension from school, but they don't even really trust your home, like suspending you and just leaving you at home, because you're probably going to run amok there too while your parents are at work, or while your parents are just too busy not caring. And we used to have this thing called inter-school suspension. And you guys know the cartoon, not the cartoon, sorry. You guys know the movie Matilda. So Matilda, let's have a look at this. This thing here. So you know the movie Matilda, and when you're naughty, and Mrs. Trunchbull, Mrs. Trunchbull, and they lock you in the cupboard, bro. This is where we used to go for inter-school detention. It was like that. It had like 16-inch nails. You could hear the screams of the kids that had died before you. No, so we used to have a thing called inter-school detention, and if you imagine like a cubicle that you go toilet in, like if you go into the toilets and the cubicles, and there's like 3 toilets or whatever, you guys know what a cubicle is. Well, it's like the size of a cubicle, and it had nothing but a desk. And you used to have to go there, depending on your sentence, you'd have to go there from like a week to 2 weeks. Whatever it ended up being. Bro, I was on inter-school so much, bro. Just a little right shit. Naughty, swearing, everything like that. And then they end up putting me back on anger management. So from at primary school, I spent the last 3 years of my primary school in anger management. So I'd have to go to anger management classes, and then I'd have a tutor and all the sort of stuff, and they teach you how to be soft like the rest of society and all that other carry on. And then, because I was always fighting and always getting suspended and all that sort of carry on, just a little terror. And then I end up going to intermediate, and like, this is a whole different intermediate. The one that I end up coming down in my hometown now. Like, just as much as you're a little shit and you're fighting, every other kid's a little shit and they're fighting too. So I fit in quite well. And I run a little muck, man. I ran an absolute little muck. We were doing all sorts of stupid shit. Like, I remember one time, because I got banned from, banned from camps. Wasn't allowed to go on school camps. Getting to the point where they're just banning you from everything. Banned from the pool. Can't go to the pool. Because see another kid in the pool and then you're trying to, like, I wouldn't say drown them, but you're just trying to make... You're trying to make their swimming time uncomfortable by holding them underwater. Kids were going out to swim. Like in lunch breaks and that sort of stuff. In the pool, the school pool. And me and my crew would go and steal all their togs. And we'll try to make sure we, not their togs, we'll go steal all their uniform. And throw it over the fence. Just all that sort of silly stuff, but... Yeah, I did quite a fair few lags and Matilda's Mrs. Trunchbull's cupboard. But it wasn't just me, it was like everybody, bro. Everybody running amok. Just running amok. It used to be funny as, like, you know how you get those windows and it's like the typical ones that you remember from school where the windows are like little slats. Like little slats of glass. Slates of glass. And they slide into those little... So they're kind of like permanently open. Like these little flaps of glass in that. It was like... You'd always see who's on inter-school detention because there's like 3 spots where you could go inter-school detention. And you'd always see fingers hanging out the window in someone's eyes. And you see if you recognize them. And like 9 times out of 10, they're asking you if you could get them a smoke. Like 11-year-olds, they're saying, bro, go get us a smoke, G, bro, go see if you can burn. Catch up with my brother and see if you can get us a smoke. And then by the time I got to high school, I was just over all of that, eh? Because that's not cool, eh? You go to high school and it's like, you're not cool if you're behaving like that. It's like, oh my god, you're so immature. Why do you act like that? Alright. That didn't work out too well for us. And we got wings. Look, I'm just going to call it there, man. This has been absolute painful. Absolute painful. But look, it is what it is. It just shows we've got plenty of things that we have to work on in our build. Plenty of things and plenty of time. Boom. The Choky, bruv. Question, would a young menace clouded bully the older tower clouded? No. No. Because I don't think I'm the bully, get bullied type of person. I don't think I give off that energy. Like, I'm not saying like I'm a tough guy. By far. I'm definitely not a tough guy. But I don't give off the you can bully me type energy. If that makes sense. I'm definitely not a tough guy. And heaps of people think they're tough guys. But bro, when you meet a tough guy, and I've got cousins that are tough guys, you know you're not a tough guy. Because all the tough guys, they ain't got nothing to lose. They don't care about nothing. They will throw their life away for whatever it is. They'll throw their life away for a bag of drugs. They'll throw their life away in a heartbeat. I'm definitely not that guy. But I also don't put up with shit. Because like I kind of run like a motto like not life's too short. What do you call it? Like that's super cheesy. Like I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't care what anybody thinks about me. The only thing I care about as far as if we were to say what somebody thinks. I care what my wife and my kids think about me. As cheesy as that sounds. But I genuinely do. I don't care. I don't care what other people think. I'm too old for that shit. I'm knocking on the age of 40. Like, by that stage, if you're still caring about pleasing other people, damn, man. I don't care. I don't even care what my parents would think about me. I just care about what my own little family I've created thinks. See if we can get another level in this. But I tell you what, you said, would young clouded bully older clouded? No. But would older clouded bully younger clouded? Yes. But I wouldn't call it bullying. We'll call it mana munching. That's what we call it. We call it mana munching. When we just munch on the mana, we break someone down to pieces. I think I'm pretty set up. Oh, don't forget my locks. Better lock that. Better lock that. And I'm actually locking my radius around here, and I'm going to test that for a few days. It generally takes, you guys know when it comes to testing. So I've pretty much got this configuration for my farming build. Bounce shot's still there. Shockwave's there. I've locked the landmine. Oh, this is what I'm testing now. Locking the landmine radius. Lock the orbs. Standy. And we are running OA. And we just let it do its thing. And it's been going good. So I did have the Shockwave gold boxed with what are we? Shockwave gold box with the mythic substat. So we've weaned off using the space displacer because I don't need that many stuns. What I need is damage. I don't have enough damage, so the OA is helping to cover the lack of damage that I have. And it's actually doing a really nice job. And then I'm just running, let's change this. And then at the moment we are just testing what it's going to be like with just a bit of a smaller landmine size. As we just I'm starting to try to move away from relying on so much CC as the band-aid. And just trying to kill things faster, because that battle condition with the orb resistance, bro, is absolutely killing me, eh? Even though it's only 38%. I don't know, man. It's just like I'm struggling as far as the tier 16 goes. But for the last, I want to say, day or two, we've been living in tier 16. So 1.23, 1.3, 1.2, 1.28. This is kind of where we're at. 1.27, 1.15. So we're kind of somewhere in here. 3.5 is a really bad one. 3.7, 3.9 is like an okay one. And then 4,000 plus is quite a good one. So we've just been adjusting to that process of the transition. And it's to the point now where we're pretty cool and we can just leave it. We're pretty cool and we can just leave it. What's your battle condition lab? My battle condition lab is at level 7, I think. Or does that mean at level 6? And the next one's level 7. Well, anyway, 12%. 12%. So it's 50Q for another one. So it's about 2 days worth of farming for me. And I've just moved my perks up in order to get all the damage perks, hopefully by the end of intro sprint. And then the next thing I'll do is I extend waves and get it like consistently in longer waves. So say like 4,500 waves, or let's say I consistently get higher than 4,200 waves. Then I'll change my perk selection so that I delay when the damage perks go, and then we're just rinsing and repeating. So I tried everything as far as on the armor slot, because these other slots stay the same. You know, there's no point changing that. It's going to be like that for some time. But just that configuration between these three, Space Displacer, ACP, and OA, and this seems to be the best combination for us. And it all comes down to the killing time. Just having mobs hanging around too long, spawn caps sitting too high. It's too hard to kill everything. So the best thing to do, I feel, is just to try to kill everything as fast as possible until I die. And it seems to be going well. It's been a good transition now, so I'm consistently just leaving it in tier 16. During the day, when I can, I hit the auto demon mode. Outside of that, I can get some good overnight runs where I'm lucky with death defies and I haven't clicked the auto demon mode, and a lot of it is the OA is just carrying me. Like, the OA is such a good mod. I can see why people like it. And I knew that eventually I would like to move away from like a heavy stun build. And then mainly just because I'm relying on heavy stuns because of my lack of CF+. CF is only at level 3. So, you know, by nature, you want more stuns. Or some other form of CC. Getting that max is a huge buff. I can imagine. 10% at total? 20% at total? So I'll probably, before the next tourney, so the next couple days worth of farming, I'll probably pick up that other level. 50Q. I don't really have anything on the cards that I need to buy. Because the rest of it, otherwise it's just going in workshop. But that'll be, what, an extra, you know, an extra buff to all the little thingies. Knockback force, whatever. Bit of an extra buff to all the little thingies. Bit of extra enemy level skips. And then we're just cruising with it. So there's a little bit of a sneak peek for this week's update. I'm saving for battle condition level 8 right now. Damn, how much is that? My econ is so bad. Recent coins per hour, 1.28. But I've been enjoying the learning curve of transitioning to tier 16, and it's been a good learning curve. So even though I got the auto restart and I should be like kicking away from the game, since I unlocked it, which to be fair, it's only been less than a week. So it's been less than a week, so you know, after doing it for so long, a year and a half of playing around with the runs, I have still been quite a bit active in it, but it's mainly like what I've been looking at is just what's killing me, what's annoying, what I need to do in tier 16, and then I've kind of just over checking various runs, so not just looking at the in-round stats, because, you know, that's obviously a way that we track everything, so not just looking at the in-run stats, but also looking at how I'm performing in-run. Good example being, I started to click on that in the tail end of my run, that I didn't need so much stuns from the Space Displacer to stun lock Rays, because Rays weren't my problem, was the bosses. So how do I kill bosses faster? Obviously we can try to Borb them, but you need Orb Adjusted to Borb, and you need some more CF+. So what's another way that we can kill it? And then I started thinking about, okay, what about if we look to transition to OA build? And we start going that direction. And the transition, I'm not going to lie, I started on Saturday, I think. So after we got the auto restart, I started playing around with tier 16 to see what we needed. And it just wasn't really doing well for me with ACP and Space Displacer. So then by the time we got to Saturday, I moved over to start testing OA. And then I've been off and on, and like ducking in between tier 15 too, and that sort of stuff. But now we're just living in tier 16 now. And then I just lock in and I assess how the run's going, and then I try to see what's killing me and what sort of things I'll need to work on. You know, for the most part, guys, it's all standard stuff. It's just maths. More damage, more CC, or if you're an EHP player, more EHP, more whatever. And then you just keep doubling down on it. Double down on your strengths and then work on your weaknesses and however your setup is. And it's been going really good. It's 121Q for me. Damn, 121Q. It's like 10% of my lifetime coins. Damn. But you've got better Discount Lab. Discount Lab, I actually need to finish that. And I just want to finish it for the gold box. But yeah, this setup's been going really well, eh? I'm really looking forward to sailing out T16, and I'm kind of thinking that for T16, I'd probably say we're going to be in here for at least, because I'm thinking from stone wise, the things that I need to purchase with stones, which it racks up in the thousands. We're probably gonna be in tier 16 for a while, which is, it's not a bad place to be. I am not complaining, fam. I'm not complaining. I always used to look up to all the people that were farming tier 14 and tier 16 and think, damn, I can't wait to get there. And we're finally at the stage where we're bridging the gap. But there's just a whole lot of things need to work on. Need more econ, need more player power. Just need more. And as long as we at least get a couple keys of Tawny, we're headed in the right direction. What's your lifetime coins at? As Tags was talking about, once you hit the first big queue, the next one comes fast. I'm at 1.43. So I hit a big queue two weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago I hit one big queue. 9 days ago I started getting one little queue per hour. Yeah, so I mean, look at that. Almost half my lifetime coins in a couple weeks. So it kind of makes sense. I think we all found that though, didn't we? Like when we first got to our first trillion, the next one started coming faster. And then when we first got to our little queue, the next one come a lot faster. Means you'll be at it in 2 months. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So I reckon we're gonna be in tier 16 for, I feel like 5 months. Unless we got access to something, so player power in the update, which no doubt there will be, but however that's balanced out, will push us into the next tier faster than that. But I want to say somewhere like tier 17, I want to say, because I'm thinking it from stone wise, tier 17, I'm thinking like 70,000 stones. So 70,000 stones. So it's another 15,000 stones. What is it? 15,000. And we get what? 550 a week? Whoa, this is 27 weeks. So about 6 months. I feel like 70,000 stones makes sense. Like once we start talking Spotlight 4, Spotlight Plus, 2 Perma Poison Swamps, maybe 2 Perma Poison Swamps. I think the next one is Tank Ultimate, eh? I think that's the battle condition for tier 17. Yeah, it's going to be quite the lag to get there. You'll be going down in tiers in this next update. Trust me. There's some huge things coming that will make you think about how you play. Interesting. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that if it means there's more power coming. You just want more power. More power. Hopefully it's another span. Hopefully they bring out another currency or another spanner in the works that's similar to fleets, where it just got people adjusting the way that they did things. Because prior to fleets, people were surviving a lot easier. Oh, and gentlemen, I just looked at the time, and I'm telling you what, it is past my bedtime. So guys, you guys have been absolutely awesome, as usual. Look, sorry we didn't get to really perform much. Oh man, did this guy overtake me too? Or did he squeeze out some more waves? Who's this guy? Or are these guys juggling each other? Oh no, this guy jumped up. But gentlemen, honestly, you guys are absolutely awesome. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for showing us some love. Thanks for you guys' tips, and thanks for the yarns. Laughing at Little Clouded when he was a little shit. Things you can make harder for more profit. Things you can make harder for more profit. Interesting. Zorg coming in with their what do we call it? Not spoilers. What do we call it? I don't even know the right word. But gentlemen, I need to sign out. It is time for bed, which means it's no doubt time for bed for you guys too. So honestly, you guys have been awesome. And here it comes. If you like what you see, you know the drill, fam. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification button so you can see when the next video is coming out. And as always, keep it cloudy, fam.